And good evening. Hello. We are back. I am Dr. Mike from Dr. Mike's Shaving Emporium here in luxurious Tucker, Georgia, little suburb of Atlanta. And we are one of Atlanta's original kind of like shaving shops and beard care shops and hair care shops. So there you go. So hopefully you had a good weekend. I know I did. So really quick, a little bit of a recap. Thursday evening, scampered up to Chattanooga and got the booth set up for ConNooga, which is a wonderful convention that we have enjoyed being a participant in. I will tell you that it was one of the best incentive sales for us in the past 6 or 7 years. Just amazing. I don't know what happened, but hey, we are so thankful and appreciative of everybody who stopped by the booth. Friday morning, got everything set up, and then we hit the ground running at noon. And it just was a blur all of day Friday until about 7 o'clock. And then I went and got me some chicken fingers because that's what I do at the Marriott Bar. Michael Dixon, good to see you, sir. Matt and Kay, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, you know, I'm 12 years old, so I got excited about getting chicken fingers at the Marriott Bar because they're fabulous. They're wonderful. They're great people and great food, and it's just a good place to be. So, had a wonderful opportunity to see some friends and make some new friends. Then Saturday, and of course everybody's watching the Olympics, so after dinner, no worries, Michael, you're fine. You're fine. After dinner, we went back to the hotel and watched the Olympics, which was phenomenal. Yep, it's all that wonderful new stuff. And then Saturday, got up, had breakfast, and then hit the convention floor again, and it just took off. I tell you, I was getting nervous about running out of stock because we had so many people who were coming by, new folks who were interested in the shave stuff and the bearding stuff, and just a tremendous response. And it was great to see, Jeff and Tina and our wonderful friend Rick Abercrombie. Rick got a bottle of Bay Rum. I told him, I promised him, finally got it to him, thank goodness. And we saw all kinds of folks. So it was wonderful. Derek and Jean were there, and they were just wonderful. And always good to have friendly faces stop by. And worked all the way through Saturday till 6, and guess what? Went back to the Marriott little bar again and had more chicken dinners, because apparently I am 12. So that's the way it works. Sunday, hit the ground running again, and it was just fabulous. We were able to get everything taken care of. Around 3 o'clock is when we closed, and I was on the road by 3:30. So we were headed home. Boom. And one of my favorite things to do, if you've been following this channel for quite a while, you'll notice that whenever I do a Chattanooga gig on the way home, and I stop at a place called The Jerks of Cartersville for a fabulous banana split. Yes, that's a guilty pleasure of mine, and it's wonderful. So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Remember, if you were at the booth, I talked about the purple Henson. Guess what? This be it. This is the purple Henson. So, I'm going to do a basic shave 101 because we had a wonderful a number of folks who picked up their Hensons for the first time. So, this is a Henson razor, CNC machined aircraft aluminum. Notice I'm holding it by the short sides, right? Don't hold it by the long sides because it's self-correcting and that blade will bite you. So we're going to unscrew it. This is the handle. This is the base plate. This is the top plate. See, it says Dr. Mike on it. Isn't that cool? We have some fabulous people in our engineering department that takes care of that. So what do? Well, let me put this down here. We get our razor blade. Usually they come in pieces of paper like this, or they have different like little boxes you can use. This is an Astra green blade, and they come in different terms and different things like that. So I'm going to hold it like this. See this? This is the top plate, and the razor goes right on that, just like that. See how it's seated right there? Fabulous. We're going to take this bottom plate. Notice that the circle is on the bottom. So we keep it on the bottom. We make us a sandwich. Get on there. There we go. And I'm going to put the handle back on, and I'm going to make sure it's snug, and I'll show you how hard that is to do. Notice I'm just using my fingers right there, snug, right? I have it cranked down on it, and it is ready to go. So I'm gonna put this down. Now, what do we do about our face and our beard, right? So I've just gotten out of a hot shower. Again, you are always welcome for that image, and I'm terribly sorry. So I have a sink full of hot water. I'm gonna put some on my face, just to kind of hydrate. And I'm going to take my brush. This is my brush. I'm going to get it in hot water. I'm going to give it a gentle squeeze, just like that. See? You want it moist. And we're going to go to the soap. What soap are we using tonight, Mike? We're using Atmotic from Phoenix. Let's see, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement, which is fabulous. So here we go. This is the soap is in here. Take the brush. Notice I'm not cramming it like that. I'm just gently swirling it around. Just like that. We are not making lather now. We are essentially just loading the brush up with soap. Because it's 3 pieces, bread. Glad you made it. We saw bread over the weekend. So the brush is now ready to go. It has soap ready to go. I'm going to dip the tips, just the tips, of the brush in hot water. I'm then going to go to my face, and I'm going to go around in circles. And this is why the brush is so effective. The brush is part of the triad of shaving. What does that mean? Well, in shaving and preparing things, we have the chemical aspect of shaving, which is the soap, right? The soap is doing all sorts of wonderful things for our beard to soften it and prepare our skin for shaving. We have the thermal aspect, which is heat. And if you remember your high school chemistry, that heat is a wonderful catalyst. It makes things happen faster. So we're actually preparing our beard in a better way, in a faster way, to get it ready. Yes. Excellent. Round in circle, from circles. And then the brush is physical. The physical aspect. We are incorporating air and moisture and the soap to create the lather. And so you see me, I'm just painting it on and going around in circles, and you can do it any which way you want. And all I'm doing is I'm just applying the soap. And you want it like egg whites or whipped cream. Thank you. Yes, it is. I got this at Buc-ee's. It's the Buc-ee's Easter shirt. I saw the color. I happen to like this color. I really do. All right. So now we have our razor. We have our face with lather all over it. And let me know if the music is too loud because I'm really enjoying it. We take our razor. We go up to our face. We're going to put it up to our face. And I'm going to pick it up, my angle here, see how I'm doing that? Lift the handle and go down in short strokes. You will feel the blade doing its job. Congratulations, you're shaving. And when the soap gets gummed up on the razor, you just rinse it out in your sink, and we do it again. Dum, 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 dum. Fabulous. And notice you can use both sides of the razor. That's why it's called a double-sided razor, double-edged razor. And I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm not pushing in on my skin. I'm just gently kind of just buffing this up and the shave to make it work. And I'm going to go under here. Just like that. See, we're shaving. You're shaving. It's fabulous. And one of the neat things about this kind of shaving is that you can make it your own. You can make it, you can have all the same fragrances. Like, we've done a Parasso shave before where everything is Parasso green and it's all the same fragrance. This is Atmotic. And so what I'm doing is I'm just using this wonderful soap. It's sort of a steampunky kind of soap. And I'm just shaving it up right here. And notice I'm going from the top down. I'm doing the first pass, that we call it, is with the grain, because my beard kind of grows this way. So that's what we're doing. Just like that. So look at this. See, now I've gotten the shave soap off my face. What do? We need to get a little more beard taken care of. So we're going to take our brush again. And we're going to go back and lather again. You never shave on unlathered skin. Okay, gang? Don't do that. You want something to help the razor slide and glide. And see, look at that. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. We have happy little mistakes, don't we? There's my Bob Ross voice again. Just like that. And so what do we do now? I'm going to go across the grain, just like this, side to side. So we're going to start up here by my ear, come down, and you can feel the razor cutting, just like that. Notice no blood loss, no, horrible cuts or anything. And sometimes, if you have a little, like, a trouble spot, like right here, see how that's kind of like really close? I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to pull my skin taut. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. And see, use the other hand and do it this way. Kay is making up for all the that's what she says, because she hasn't said it in a while. So we're going to go over here. Excellent, excellent. And if you hear the razor, you can hear that sort of audible sound of your cutting the beard, right? Little scritchy sounds. And if you notice, they're getting less and less as I'm shaving. There we go. Oh, I've been watching you. Okay, so here we've done with the grain, we've done across the grain. Now guess what we're going to do now? One last pass, lather. And you see, this doesn't take a lot of time. I've had people go, it just takes too long to do. No, it doesn't. And one of the best things about this kind of shaving is that it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes of time for you. It is time for me, so to speak, but it's time for you to take for yourself. And self-care is so important. So I'm going to start, and I always call this the clutch the pearls. Clutch the pearls, right? I'm going to hold my neck taut, and I'm going to go up against the grain. Gentle. Hear that? You can hear it. Getting that last little bit. And normally I call this a 3-pass shave. You don't have to do a 3-pass shave. You just do whatever you want. Get the shave you want. Sometimes you just want to get in and out and be done, right? Yep, that's what she said. And then, how am I going to get up here? How do I want to make this tight? So I'm going to hold my jowl right here and go up. Go over here, hold this. Just like that. See? All right. I always say that shaving is a hands-on process. So what am I doing now? Well, I'm going to feel and just kind of hand lather just to see if I've missed any spots. And guess what, boys and girls? Oh, 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 right there. Just a little spot. Poof. There you go. You can have it your way, yes. All right, so I got one more spot to do. And this is always, everybody talks about how scary this is. Watch. This is right around my mouth. Watch how hard this is. I'm going to make a little funny face. And I have a little spot here on my upper lip with my mustache. Just like that. And boom. C'est magnifique, right? So now you take your towel, because you should always have your towel, right? Right. Towel, and I'm just going to go. You can wash your face off. I'm just going to pull the soap up just like this. Just like that. And we now have, our skin is clean, our skin is nice and shaved, it's smooth as can be. But one thing we have to do, and this is what I always tell people, and I always have people that are like, oh, I don't do nothing. I dry shave and I don't take care of it. Okay, here we go. I just happen to have the Atmotic aftershave. This is a Star Jelly aftershave, so it's sort of a gel base, but it matches that fragrance. So we always, always, always do a little aftershave. Why? Because we have just taken a metal blade across your skin. We've done a little damage, but we want to repair that. We want to help our skin as much as we can. And yes, I will tell you, everybody thinks, oh, I got the alcohol aftershaves, put, Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Yeah. If it hurts that much, you've done too much pressure, okay? It should, at the worst, it should just tingle a bit if you have an alcohol-based splash. This, however, is not. This is a mentholated, and it's wonderful. Oh, my goodness. There we go. There's a shave. See? No blood loss, no damage. I look good, I smell good, I feel good. There you go. So that was Shaving 101 with Dr. Mike from Dr. Mike's Shaving Emporium. How about that? So ConNooga was phenomenal. Many thanks to all the organizers. There were some wonderful vendors next door and across the way from me, just tremendous. I will say this. You never know how the small world can be until you just happen to be talking with some folks. Like while I was setting up, I noticed the people across, Michael Dixon, thank you. The people sitting across a catacorder from me, they were talking about power, and I happen to have an extra battery, so I loaned them a battery. And then just talking, I said, they said, well, we have to travel to get here. And I said, well, where are you coming from? And they go, Meridian, Mississippi. And I was like this. What? Meridian, Mississippi is where my mama's from. And my Aunt Pam is from. And it turns out that it's Kathy and Chase, I believe that's right. Kathy actually worked with my cousin Rachel, and they know her husband Justin because they went to prom together. Talk about a small world. It was just one of those moments where you're like, really? That's amazing. So, it's just, that's the kind of stuff I love to do. That's why I love doing this. So there you have it. So Tuesdays are going to be sort of the recap night while I do this. So when we start having more and more events, I will come back on Tuesday and tell you about how everything went. How about that? And on Thursday, we'll tell you what we're about to do. How about that? Sound fair? Good. All right. So without that, I'm going to say thank you again for being here. Michael Dixon, thank you for the stars. Once again, if we ever figure out what the stars are for, we'll figure out what to do with it. Great. Thank you for being here. I love doing this. This is fun. And it helps my brain to do this kind of silly stuff. So, again, awesome. Chattanooga, awesome. We will hopefully be back up there soon. And I will say that if you're going to shave, and we know you are, and if you're going to beard, look at the beard. Isn't this nice? Getting there. Maybe we'll do some beard care sometime soon. I know you want to. Like Brad says, shave dapper, beard dapper, be your dapper best. We'll see you Thursday at 9 p.m. We'll tell you what we're going to do for the month of March. How about that? Wouldn't that be fun? March. Go figure. Good night, everybody.